Ames here for Boxing News TV and Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm here with Idris Virgo, the body breaker, and Scott Welch. I'm just going to start with you, Scott. Idris, he talks a lot in his fights, makes a rod for his back sometimes, but I suppose he backed it up there in the ring.
He did, yeah. I mean, listen, that guy is a very, very tough guy. He's there, he's there. Without them guys in the game, you won't have champions. So they're very, very important. They're fantastic guys. They're strong guys, tough guys. And if you leave yourself open, they're going to get you out of there. So as far as I was concerned, that was a great performance, a much improved performance on where he was before. And we're just going to keep working at him and get him smoother and getting better.
Scott saying you're much improved, but I mean, you fought Lewis before. How do you assess the way you fought him before, your performance then, and the way you fought him now?
100% away performance, better performance. I'm more sharp, flicking my jab out. My defences has improved massively. So if you compare this video now, what you were saying, YouTube and so forth, to my last previous fight, my defence has been a lot better, movements been better. So all in all, I do believe it's a better performance. And when you get better performance, your next performance out will be increased, because now I'm going to believe, and I do believe, I will get one of these around my waist, baby.
It looked like towards the end, Lewis was opening up a bit more, and it looked like you hurt him towards the end of the fight, and throughout the fight, you busted him up. Yeah. Talk to me about what shot led to him bleeding, essentially.
I think it was uppercut and then left hook. As Scott said before, he wants to turn me into a 12-round fighter. So let's say that was a 6-rounder. If I had extra 2 rounds, extra 4 rounds, I'm telling you now, he would have got out of there. Regardless of how tough he is, he would have been out of there. So decent performance. And as I said before, I think it was a uppercut, and the left hook was opening him up, and obviously gave him the eye and bust slip. So all in all, very good. I'm a very pleased man at this moment.
A lot of fighters want to take you on and want to fight you, want to, take you on. Like, what do you think? What's the message do you think that you've sent to them from that performance?
The message what I say to them is, get in that queue. I'm the king. I'm sitting on top of the throne. When I grace you with the appearance of me in that ring, then you could step in there and fight me. Other than that, wait in line, be a good boy, and wait.
Scott, Idris has got this tag, obviously come out of Love Island, so he's going to have that Love Island tag with it, but moving to someone like yourself, taking him out of the distractions from Birmingham seems a very mature decision. I suppose that means in a sense that there's a lot more to Idris than just the entertainment side. There's actually a really good boxer there. What do you see in him, and where do you think he can go?
Well, again, I'd never met the guy till the last show. We turned up, I'd heard things about him which wasn't great. I don't think he'd done himself any favours on a few occasions. So anyway, I met him. We had a mutual friend who sponsors him, and they'd already talked to me about working with him. And anyway, so didn't think nothing of it. I thought he was a very nice fellow when I met him. Very humble.
Yeah, awesome.
So, very nice guy. And then literally they called us up, said, look, he's going to come down and spend a couple of days down in Brighton, have a look at him, see what he thinks, see what he can work on. And just straight away I saw, a lot of good things about him. But it needs work. It needs a lot of work. So I asked him how serious he is. He told me he was very, very serious about the game. He wants to be a boxer. He lives his life. Yeah. So straight away, he's telling me how much he wants it, what he wants to do, how much he'd be prepared to put in the work and everything. And I said, listen, come down, got work, and we'll have a look at you and see what you need to work on. What can I say? He's been an absolute fantastic student. He's lived a life, done everything we've asked of him, and he's making the improvements where we want to see. Obviously nowhere near to where he needs to be, and we understand that. We're not expecting that straight away. So the fact he done 6 rounds with a tough opponent is great, because if he's talking about titles and that, we need to know that he can do these distance. He looks good in the ring. He can entertain. You didn't see much of that tonight, but you will do, because the fitter and the smoother he gets, the better he's going to be.
With the entertainment side of Idris, the talking, and he's a really good talker. Do you want to reel that in a little bit, or like with what we're seeing in the sport right now with your Jake Pauls and like they get the spotlight? Do you want him to flourish and continue doing that?
Listen, if what he says is right, and we're not being derogative to people too much, then I think it's all part of the game. We all say things, we've all done things. This guy's a character, and he's going to sell. So when he gets it right, I'm sure that he'll say the right things that he needs to say at the right time. That's all he's going to say what he's going to say, but I believe that through working with us, he will say the right things at the right people to get the right fights and to do the right things. So that's what we're trying to do.
Idris, there's been some chat back and forth between yourself and River Wilson Bennett, who'll be fighting later on. Is that someone or that sort of title something you're looking for in the short term?
Before I answer that question, back to your question about saying to Scott about coming down to Brighton. People need to understand, I'm going to look straight to camera about this. I moved from Birmingham down to Brighton. I made a tough decision, a big sacrifice. I miss my family, my friends, people who grew up with down in Birmingham for about 26 years, 27 odd years. So moving from Birmingham to Brighton is a big move, a big sacrifice in my life. So when people say I'm not taking this sport serious, I am taking sport serious because I've just made a big move there. I've been living with Scott on his guidance, and that's a big sacrifice. So let alone doing that and missing your family and friends and being around a comfortable environment. I've gone outside the environment and living somewhere where I'm not comfortable and getting adapted to. So I'm making a big sacrifice for the game of boxing because this is what I want to do. It's not a joke. I'm taking this serious. So people need to understand, like, I'm in this sport as a serious competitor and serious boxer. So all the jokes aside, I'm here to stay, and let's be serious. But yeah, back to your question.
So do you still want to look for the titles, or do you look at, like, because you are embroiled in that sort of side of like the YouTube aspect, the Love Island aspect, that entertainment side? Would you want to be in the ring with the Jake Pauls and Logan Pauls?
Honestly, yes, because boxing is an entertainment sport. What people need to understand, they're entertainers. So at the same time, boxing needs to embrace the entertainers and bring them into the boxing world, because regardless, Jake Paul from his first performance wasn't the best. His other fights, he's improved. So that means he's putting the dedication into the sport boxing, sacrificing what he normally does for boxing, let alone entertainment. So when people train and getting themselves better, you've got to at least give them the props, you know what I mean? So regardless of them being a YouTuber or whatever, they got the boxing license, so give them a little pat on the back and say, do you know what, if you want to compete and you want to fight and let's get it on.
When you've got that much money, like these guys have got Jake Paul and that, they're getting the best of the best. You can take a guy, a decent athlete, and you can get him ready if you've got the correct people around him. Mm-hmm. This guy now got the correct people. As far as I'm concerned, I've seen what he's got. I know what he needs to improve on. So straight away, he's going to improve massively, very, very quickly. So, that's when you can see by the performance what he's going to be doing and showing you guys what he can do. That's when you're going to know how good he is. And, he's in the right place now. These other guys are getting that work. They're getting great training by these all top guys. Are getting educated by the best in the game. So that's it. So it can happen further along the road, definitely.
100%.
You made a great point actually about being embraced and people taking you seriously. Do you feel you've been embraced by the boxing public as a legitimate boxer? Do you feel like you've got that support?
I am starting to get that support now. From that performance now, people from the boxing world now would have now embraced, like, do you know what? He's taking his craft serious. He's moved from Birmingham to Brighton. He's literally living the dream, living boxing 24/7. When I leave the gym, I'm in my room watching videos, studying. Scott told me when you get back to your rooms.
It's very easy to fight a guy like Pucci, who's lost, 130 odd fights. This guy has had 130 odd fights. The experience is second to none. He knows every move he's going to make before he's doing it. He's seeing it, he's covering up, and he's still busting him up. So that's enough in itself to understand. This was a seriously tough guy. He fought one of the top fighters in the country. In the last fight, he went the distance. So, you know, he's no mug.
Idris, I'll leave the final word to you. You like to talk. I know you're a great talker, so go away with it.
What can I say? But yeah, thank you for tuning in, everyone. This is just the start of the one, the only, the body breaker. So yeah, I'm actually lost for words this time round. I can't think about what to say, but yeah, keep it sweet. Fans are back, so I'll be fighting again soon. But yeah, I'm actually lost for words this time. But yeah, peace out.
No worries, Idris. Idris and Scott, thank you so much for speaking to Boxing News TV and Boxing Social.